So I went, and I don't know if anybody here has had a vasectomy or you've had a procedure done similar to this, but it's always the same, right? You go in there, and the first thing that happens is the nurse comes in, and she gives you instructions, right? So she comes in, she goes, okay, I want you to take your pants off. I'm like, okay, so I take my pants off, right? Then she says, okay, take your pants and bring them down to your ankles. And I was like, well, can I just take them right off? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, I don't know if you know this about me, but my ankles are not my shy part. Everything's already shown, you know what I mean? Like, let the boys have some air. Have a good time. They're playing today, you know what I mean? So then the next thing that happens is the doctor comes in, and he's got to give you anesthetic, right? So he comes in, he's got a tiny needle, and he goes, okay, I'm going to give you the anesthetic, and he just jams that in your nuts. And if you're wondering, it fucking hurts a lot, actually. There's no getting around it. Then the next thing he does, he goes, okay, I've got a bigger needle. I'm going to put that in, but you shouldn't feel anything because it's frozen. I'm like, no problem. So he takes the bigger needle, and he jams it in. I'm like, ah! He goes, oh, sorry, I went too soon. I was like, well, what was your fucking hurry, doc? You got a golf game you need to get to? Is that it, huh? Maybe get a little test first. How about, hey, bag tag? If I don't kick you in the face, have at it. And then I figured out that's why I gotta leave the underwear on it so you can't kick him in the face. Okay, I get it. Doc Broken Nose and Nurse Ratchet, you've worked together before. Okay. Before you get a vasectomy now, they send you an email and they give you a pamphlet of what to expect before, during, and after your vasectomy, right? And in the email and in the pamphlet, there's only one item you need to know that's in bold print. One item, it says this. It says that after your vasectomy, do not ejaculate for 7 days because the area needs time to heal and you could really mess up your testicles long term, right? So you have to be very careful not to do that. But as soon as you walk in the doctor's office, the first thing the nurse says is, oh, did you read, do not ejaculate for 7 days? Then they give you a sheet of paper and you have to initial beside it that says, I will not ejaculate for 7 days. Then when the doctor comes in and goes, oh, did the nurse tell you? Do not ejaculate for 7 days. When you walk out, the girl at the front desk is like, hey, you, no, 7 days. Because that's how little they trust men to not masturbate. It could mess up their balls for life, and apparently guys were still walking out there going, did he say 5 days? I think he said 5 days. You know what, I'm a fast healer. I'm pretty sure 3 days is all I need. You know what, I'm triple vaxxed. 1 day is probably fine.